November 1835. For my name is David Crockett. I am an American folk hero, ready for adventure, ready to embark on my journey west to help defend the Alamo, to settle down there after once Texas is free, all because of that no-good Jackson. My mission starts in northwest Tennessee, and I shall travel alone, for my family must stay behind. They have settled there to stay. November 1835. Many factors have been incredibly influential for me to travel westward and expand the American territory, and it certainly can be due to the term I've been hearing lately from the locals, where it encouraged me to finally settle down in the free land of Texas. Once we fight for what is rightfully ours, the manifest destiny, it is a belief that it is our destiny for the U.S. to expand our territory over all of North America and enhance our political, social, and economic influences and social standpoints. For when I get to the Alamo and fight the Mexican army, I shall be rewarded acres upon acres of land for myself. November 1835. Some supplies and materials I would need to bring on my journey westward are buckets of dried beef, a spare wheel rim, heavy rope, gunpowder, a metal stove, spare tools, pans, flour, axes, and revolver for safe measure. The method of transportation that shall be used is a wagon pulled by horses, with spare parts in case of breakage. Nowadays wagon travel is very efficient, by the willpower of horses, pulling you to your destination. Eventually in my journey I could possibly encounter times where I would need to repair the wagon, for I will bring spare parts such as wheels and axles, but the cost will cause me to lose many days for repair. December 1835. As I travel across the country, from Tennessee, by Arkansas, and stopping by Texas, many different types of geographical features have been presented to me, such as mountainous area with varied ranges of the Appalachian Mountain system to cover the eastern third of Tennessee plains regions, with rivers, lakes, forests, and plain regions that consist of large flat areas where few trees grow, and is an abundance of shrubs. For Texas the geography can be a slight different. It is filled with plateaus, with mountainous regions where the top is flat, and large lakes that signify high portions of the state. I will encounter many rivers to cross them with ease, by making a raft of wood to keep a hold of the wagon, while the land and climate is suspected to be dry, with the occasional humid lake region. Many prairie dogs will face my path, along with mountains needed to climb or get around, but doing so will make me lose time. That is not much I have left. December 1835. On my way to the Alamo, I am now residing in Arkansas, with many resources that have crossed my way. Hunting for food hasn't always come to be a necessity, as many plants have provided that for me, such as wild asparagus and onions, vegetables found in the wild without having to be grown in a farm. But if the occasion is sure to arise, I will hunt for my food, specifically targeting deer, squirrels, and rabbits. For even if I shall run out of transportable water, many rivers and streams run by lakes, with fresh water to collect. January 1836. 2 months have passed since I have first started my voyage, and ever since I have encountered many dangers, such as coyotes that have attacked me in groups before, with many tornadoes and sudden sandstorms forcing me to stay in the wagon. I have to constantly keep on edge of my food and water supply, keeping in with food for 2 days advance and always looking for a nearby water source. But there was one time where I was surrounded by Tejanos in southern Arkansas, pinned down 5-1. I did all I had to do to survive. They were all dressed in battered clothes and stolen sheriff's uniforms, but from what it looked like, they looked and acted more like bandits than soldiers. For then I took out my revolver and brought justice to each and every one of them, pitched up on my horse to ride out, so I can make it to the Alamo to defend it from more Tejanos there, and won the way. January 1836. Traveling this treacherous road alone has made it come to mind who had helped me eventually reach the free land in Texas. The Republic of Texas had been giving out land grants in which many citizens could put to good use, for I am traveling in this journey to eventually become a farmer. Once the Mexican army is out of the way, where defending the Alamo is one of the first steps, it was important for the U.S. to make the land a part of the country, for in 1821, the Mexican War for Independence severed the control that Spain had exercised on its North American territories, and the new country of Mexico was formed from much of the lands that had comprised New Spain, including Spanish Texas. The same year, Mexico enacted the General Colonization Law, which enabled all heads of household, regardless of race or immigrant status, to claim land in Mexico. Mexico had neither manpower nor funds to protect settlers from near constant Comanche raids, and it hoped that getting more settlers into the area could control the raids. The government liberalized its immigration policies, allowing for settlers from the United States to immigrate to Texas. February 1836. Throughout this journey, I encountered many Mexican fighters, both soldier and bandit alike, all with one main purpose: to stop me from ever reaching the Alamo. Like before I had stated, I was attacked by groups, whereas I would be pinned down 5-1. Therefore, all that went on in my mind to survive was to never take hostages, and let everyone meet their demise. Many times they would anticipate me and many other Alamo defenders alike, sitting in mountain tops, shooting anyone passing by to hide for me to shoot. I swiftly got away, trying to get past to reach the battle. March 1836. Silently I stand, waiting for the whispering orders from the commander, for I had finally made it to the Alamo, desolate but true, ready to defend it from the opposing forces of the Mexican army. The town looks new but worn out, where everyone stands on edge, waiting for something to happen. From where I had left, this town seemed different by contrast. No more forests stood, nor gray mountains, with rivers that run through. It is now a withered desert where only the brave are able to prosper. Now I must prepare for battle, holding out at night, for my dream stays true: to settle down and farm. I must defend the Alamo.